Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel. We're in business. We've had a few technical issues. I've got the shootout background because I'm at Eunice's house right now, filming 6 things we learned from Lincoln 1, Chelsea 2. Eunice is coming in. Mate, honestly, that was probably one of the most frustratingly weird watches that I have seen from Chelsea for quite some time. Because look, we got the job done. We've won. It's not 3 points. We're into the Carabao Cup fourth round. But oh my goodness me, did we make this difficult for ourselves? I'll be real with you. 2 minutes into this game, when Lincoln hit the post, I'm thinking, I genuinely think the Shootout channel, this was our Carabao Cup banner that we made behind us. Subscribe to Shootout, by the way. Link in the description. And smack a like and subscribe to GBFC whilst you're here. But when Lincoln hit the post, I'm like, we're actually cursed. I don't think we can do the watch-alongs on Shootout anymore because genuinely, Chelsea cannot buy a win for love nor money if we're playing and we're streaming on Shootout. But tonight we've got the job done. And listen, this was one of the ugliest Chelsea wins you will ever see. In all of the years that I've been doing GBFC, this might be up there with one of the worst performances. There's a lot of question marks that need to be asked of certain players right now. Did we get the answers from a lot of the players that started? I think Jamie Gittins tonight didn't shine in the brightest of lights. I think he could have done so much more. I think Garnacho could have also done a hell of a lot more. Tyrique George scores an absolute worldie of a goal that would have been good enough to light up any stadium, any pitch in world football. It's an absolute thunderbolt to equalise for Chelsea. But other than that one moment and that one strike, Tyrique George ain't a striker, okay? Lots of questions will be asked about Chelsea, but fundamentally, we got the job done. We're into the fourth round of the Carabao Cup. There's probably going to be some big teams in there. I know that Brighton won 6-0 tonight. I think Gomez scored 4 goals for Brighton. But all in all, let's go through the Chelsea starting 11 because we had Philip Jorgensen in goal. The less said about that bloke tonight, the better, but we will get on to him, of course, in the boxes here of 6 things we learned. We've then got a Chelsea back 4 comprising of Malo Gusto at right back, Wesley Fofana and Chalobah. No Josh Achampong because he was ill, not because Maresca didn't fancy it tonight. Josh Achampong was ill. And then Yoral Hato starting at left back for Chelsea. Moving into a midfield pivot, Andre Santos and Enzo Fernandez. And then a front 4, seeing Garnacho on the right, Buananotte in the 10, Gittins on the left wing, and then Tyrique George starting up front. It's a more than strong enough team to not be absolutely clutching at straws, looking around thinking, are we actually capable of beating Lincoln? Now, I want to say this, all right, because I don't remember the last time Chelsea played Lincoln. Certainly wasn't making videos on GBFC or Shootout or anywhere on the internet at that point. But tonight, Lincoln were fantastic by their own standards, right? They're currently 3rd in League One. They've only lost 1 match all season. I wish them luck for the rest of the year because they came with a game plan. They knew that if they were to get throw-ins, and they had that geezer with that long throw, they had some brilliant names of some of the players tonight. We had a Hammer, we had a Street, we had a House, we had everything. But Lincoln knew how to hurt Chelsea, get the ball into the box. Chelsea will not know how to deal with the aerials. We got a goalkeeper that's more likely to punch his own teammates in the head than actually punch or catch the ball. I'm serious. That is a big, big problem we've got in Philip Jorgensen. But Lincoln played to their own strengths, hit the post early on. And I think we were talking after half an hour of 8 shots for Lincoln and only 1 for Enzo Maresca's Chelsea Football Club. Like, what the bloody hell are we doing out there tonight? But without any further ado, because I know that you lot are probably ready to go to bed after watching that, aren't you? Let's begin. Box number 1. Philip Jorgensen is a red, okay? Rob Sanchez got sent off at the weekend, but if we could have got Philip Jorgensen sent off tonight, I think we would have been less of a liability to ourselves, and I mean it. This guy couldn't catch a cold if he was walking around in flipping Wuhan in 2021, mate. It was awful. He was nowhere. Eunice is giggling in the background, mate. He was nowhere near anything. Like, it was one of the worst solo individual goalkeeping performances that I can remember. And blimey O'Reilly, have you lot tuned in to plenty of Six Things video where we have got red boxes stacking up for Robert Sanchez over the years. But I was in the watch along thinking, I think it is one game ban, innit, for Robert Sanchez, and hallelujah, praise the Lord it is, because Philip Jorgensen is not at the standards that I expect from my goalkeeper tonight. In every sense of the imagination, we're very lucky that we've not conceded more goals. He almost knocked out Wesley Fofana. We had the medic coming on the pitch, like, giving Wesley, are you okay? How many fingers am I holding up? Because Jorgensen almost knocked him out. It was just an absolute shambles. But let's move into box number 2. Tyrique George is a green. Other than the goal, it would have been a yellow or a red, to be quite honest with you. But the goal is absolutely sensational. There's a reason why Fulham were very close to spending in excess of 20 million quid on Tyrique George in the summer, because he's clearly got ability. There's clearly something there. But if Tyrique George is going to keep getting minutes for Chelsea this season, it can't be as a striker, because he's not a striker. The movement isn't there. The strength isn't there. It just can't happen. For me, I wanted to see Garnacho playing as a false 9 tonight. Let Tyrique George be that winger. Let Gittins be that winger too. Gittins didn't do anything really, did he? Couple of moments, couple of flashes, but like, saying flashes is being kind. Tyrique George, like, other than that goal, which was magnificent, well done for that, by the way. There's nothing more to say. Box number 3, Malo Gusto. My word. I thought it was between him and Philip Jorgensen as to who would get the first red box of the video, right? But if I can't really pick between Gusto and Jorgensen as to who is actually worse out there on the field. Gusto tonight, man, every time the ball is coming into the box, this guy can't head the ball to save his life. He's looking around all the time thinking, oh, is Philip coming and going to knock me out in the... Oh, this was embarrassing. The defending on show tonight from Malo Gusto was so poor. And look, Malo Gusto in that Club World Cup final, fantastic. But the guy was getting forward. He was bombing on. If Gusto's not going to be doing that defensively, he's got to improve so much. And look, I'm calling it what it is tonight. I thought the Chelsea defensive performance was an absolute disgrace. I thought it was a shambles, to be fair. Yes, we've won. I'm delighted as much as you are that we've got the win. But the big question mark is about the depth in this team. Because Reece James, we know, is world class. He's unbelievable. Cucurella, fantastic. I don't want to shove Hato under the bus too much, but he wasn't great either, was he? Malo Gusto, I thought, though, was just very poor. Box number 4 is a red for Trev. I was thinking, do I give Trev a red here? Do I give Wesley Fofana a red here? Trev was off the pace tonight. And look, he's played a lot of football. He is doing very well. He's our second top scorer in the Premier League, I think, this season, Trevor Chalobah. But there were moments in that first half where I'm like, Trev, mate, like, please just turn back up on the pitch again. Like, he wasn't there. That was not the Trevor Chalobah that I'm used to seeing for Chelsea. Box number 5, Buananotte. I am delighted that this guy has scored his first goal for Chelsea. It's the winning goal in a cup tie. What more can we ask for, really? Could have had another one, but for a very good save from the Lincoln goalkeeper who did well. There were lots of moments in the game, and I said this on Shootout, and I'll say it again here. I kind of likened him to a fairy, and that can seem like a derogatory thing to say about a footballer, but it works in two ways, okay? He looks a little bit lightweight, and he's kind of like prancing and dancing around a little bit, but he's not winning his duels. It didn't seem that way from the naked eye, at least. I haven't seen the stats of the match. But then he kind of dances through, semi-Hazard-esque, I'm going to say. I'm clutching at straws here for positives. I really am. To score the winning goal, it was more like the Lincoln players. Whatever Chelsea had in the first half, Lincoln have stolen. Maybe it was pomegranate arrows. All right, I've got a pot of pomegranate arrows there just because I want to be prepared in life, all right? Whatever Chelsea took defensively, Lincoln took it for the first 5 minutes of the second half, and thank goodness they did, because it saved my blushes, it saved Big Eunice's blushes, and it saved the Shootout channel from a capitulation. All right. So now I can ask you to go over there and subscribe. All right. Subscribe to me. Subscribe to Eunice too. Because before that, it was like, no, we've actually genuinely got the curse here of shootout. But box number 6 is a yellow for Garnacho. Of all of the attackers, I thought Garnacho might have been the brightest. Was he the brightest? Or was it just a bang average performance from virtually everybody out there? Garnacho, I think I'm expecting him to start at the weekend against Brighton, but I need significantly more than what I've seen out there tonight. It was such a flat Chelsea performance, and if it wasn't for that wonder goal and Buananotte scoring as well, like, serious questions still need to be asked here. The depth clearly isn't as good as we maybe thought it might be. Chelsea very much now are a first team, and then we're seriously scraping at the barrel a little bit when it comes to the quality that we're bringing off the bench. But look, I don't think this match review needs any more of your time. So I'm going to wrap this one up here. Chelsea have won, but it was bloody awful, wasn't it? Let's be real. I'll see you guys tomorrow.